Live is when we get to let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The things that I've seen, y'all could let me know. Let's get into some mess. Absolutely, I got it ready. I got it ready. Health profiles. We find out moments of suffocation. It's just we're gonna get to it because throughout the week I see a lot. I hear a lot.
Oh Lordy Lord. Oh Jesus.
That's what he said.
Oh Lordy Lord. Oh
Having the
Jesus.
suspicions that he wasn't working. He was just playing dress up for us. Some of the stuff is not memorable. Like when people attack me and shit like that in these streets, it's never memorable. I know a homosexual, whether male or female, when I see one. Drop a bomb on that. Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2. Good evening, I am Juanqui and welcome to my world. It's a cornucopia of stuff. Just a second, I have to do something with my panel. Here we are. Yes. Good evening on this Monday. It's a Monday? Yeah. Like if I look beat up to you, I'm tired. But I am committing. I've been going live since December 1st. Oh, it's gonna be a difficult one when I can no longer come live on because of X, Y, and Z. But we shall see. Anyway, we are here for advice-seeking video. All right, I have something here that I read and I was like, Hello, Miss Viewers of You. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. My name is 21. My Incredible Hulk and all the replayers. Thank you for giving me the replay. Let me get to it because this one is a long one, but it made me really feel ways. Okay, this one says, 28 male feeling lost in life. All right, let me try to read up here. Okay, I don't have my contacts in today. Oh yes, in case you didn't know, I'm wearing contacts now. I'll drop a bomb on that. Miss View. I put it in the budget to get LASIK, but I want to do more research on it before I give my pupils, my eyeballs to just any old doctor. So, but I should be doing that procedure, the LASIK procedure soon. No glasses. No, I have contacts. Well, I don't have them in right now, but all right, let's get to it. Let's get to this advice. Okay. 28 male. Okay, here we go. I'm telling you, I have these. Bam! You have gotten a VIP ticket, Tommy McDaniel, to the blacklist, which is ever growing, ladies and gentlemen, ever growing. Here we go. Okay, 28 male from New York City, feeling lost in life. He's asking for our advice. I am going to read his post, then I'm going to read some of the comments, and then I'm going to give you my Juanqui thoughts and my Juanqui views. Hello, everyone. As the title says, I do in fact feel lost in life. I've been out of a job for almost half a year now, and I don't know what to do career-wise. I honestly feel like a failure. I had no idea what I wanted to do or be when I grew up. I didn't have a burning passion for anything. I ended up going to college because it was the norm and my parents wanted me to be successful. I still had no clue of what I wanted to pursue. After taking too many business classes at a community college, I transferred to a university thinking I was going to get a bachelor's degree in accounting. That was a terrible decision as I overwhelmingly struggled. I ended up switching my major to criminology as I enjoy learning the information. However, I don't want to be a cop as I don't have the right mindset for it. Oh God, boy, you don't need to be a cop just because you got a criminology degree. I digress. Let's continue. It took me a semester longer, but I ended up graduating with a criminology degree with a minor in business concepts. During my last semester at college, I took an unpaid internship with a county conservation board. I really enjoyed the work, but I believe I would have to go back to school if I wish to be a park ranger, and I don't intend on going back. I ended up tearing my ECU in my wrist and had to get surgery on it. However, I had to wait a few months. After college, I was fortunate enough to stay at home with parents. I still had no plans for what I wanted to do. I had to get a job, so I ended up working at Walmart. And I will say why I dropped the bomb on that at the end. During this time at home, I managed to pay off all of my student loans over a course of a year and a half. Okay. Congratulations, because I just finished paying my very last payment of my student loan last December. So and it took me. So congratulations. Where am I? Okay. I ended up moving out after a couple of years, but it was a month after my grandpa died. Fast forward to now, I've been out of my job since the end of July. I was able to save enough money to do so. I was a I was a stocking two team leader when I left Walmart. A new store manager had came in and he created a toxic environment that no one wanted to work in. If I could rewrite if I could rewind time, I would have stayed and stepped down from my position. Lots of good people left the job and ended up quitting due to the way I was being treated and for my mental health. Let me rewind that. Sorry. If I could rewind time, I would have stayed and stepped down from my position. Lots of good people left the job, and I ended up quitting due to the way I was being treated and for my mental health. I was a team lead for about 7 to 8 months. After quitting, I worked on my mental health and spent time with family. I ended up losing one of my cousins in a motorcycle accident at the end of August, whom I haven't seen for a couple of years. I've also just been helping out with my parents as they needed help getting to appointments or helping with the animals. I'm ready to get back into the workforce, but I don't know what I want to do. I don't think I'll ever use my degree, and I've only applied to Costco. Do you guys think it's too late for me to join the trades? I have a friend who's a lineman that has tried to get me into his line of work. I also have a friend who delivers mail for the post office. I apologize for the long post and greatly appreciate any comments. Okay, so let's go ahead and read a few. This seems to be like a good response, and the person took their time. So okay, it says, I'll start by giving you my mantra. I'll start by giving you my mantra. I want to be useful. I'm only a year younger than you, and I am applying to my local electricians union's apprenticeship. I'm being told that getting into the trade around this age isn't awful because our bodies can still handle hard work. Definitely helps if you already take care of your physical, mental well-being as well. Look for apprenticeships and see if anything speaks to you, because despite me having an undergrad degree, I also never had a passion, but do feel interested in the work electricians do. Another suggestion, EMT work always seems to be training new ambulance drivers, crews, and they don't sound picky. Again, I know it's hard work and a lot of people treat it like a stepping stone into either nicer medical field positions or firefighter emergency management. County and city job sites usually have a tons of listings for jobs. I haven't heard so. That's one of my go-to places to look. As a fellow person with no passion, my best advice is ask yourself how to be useful. I keep asking myself how to be useful, and right now I'm either going to apprenticeship in a trade or train to be working as an EMT or firefighter. If that falls through, I can keep looking for work that makes people feel useful to my community. And then ideally, useful work will give me the funds and breathing room to explore hobbies and travel one day. All right, let me read one more and then I'm ready. I'm ready for mine. Okay. This person says, You in America, join the military while you still can. If you have absolute zero interest in that, you need to just sit down and really think about what kind of a job you can see yourself working and not being miserable at. Ask buddies from high school and college what they're doing for work. Ask old buddies from Walmart where they ended up next. You have a bachelor's degree, and that's the foot in the door. You need to get an interview. That's the foot in the door you need to get an interview at most places. You're educated and have work experience managing people. You'll be a great applicant for a ton of jobs. You also need to think about your hobbies or you will enjoy. Do you like skiing? You should get a seasonal job at a ski resort. Oh my God, I can't. I cannot. I drop a bomb on that. I can't with these bad advices. 3, 2, 1. I'm going in. I'm going in. I don't remember introducing myself. I am Juanqui and welcome to my world. I'm a cornucopia of stuff. All right. I've been going live since December 1st, 2025. Reading these little stories and questions and seeking advice ads that I find in the internet. I'm going to Miss View. You got me. You mean to tell me you went to a 4-year bachelor? We're not even talking, we're not the Job Corps, the Peace Corps, or the associates. We're talking about a 4-year college degree, and you ended up stocking shelves at Walmart by choice? And so your stepping stone and your move up is Costco? I will even take you working at Walmart corporate. You know, not in the warehouse, but in the actual offices. This is what's wrong. How could somebody who went to school, Miss View, be so lost? I sense a little bit of depression. I sense a little bit of needing some type of sitting on a couch and maybe perhaps being medicated. I sense a little bit of the glass always half empty, not half full. I don't understand how somebody with a 4-year college degree went to Walmart. I don't even as a supervisor. I don't get it. And then this whole negative Nancy. Well, since you want to be a negative Nancy, let me give it to you and let me tell you. Okay, since you can't figure out what you want to do, figure out what you don't want to do. And by process of elimination, you should land at something that you want to do. I wish I would get a little bit more sense of what kind of demographic this particular person is, because your parents didn't instill, like you went to college. What do you mean you can? First of all, we are living in a moment in time where it's not really about what you feel passionate about. You know, yes, you should like what you do, but 99% of people don't want to be at their jobs anyway. Miss View, 99% of people in my eyes don't want to be at their jobs, no matter how glamorous. I've seen clips of just this weekend alone, the holiday weekend. Because I follow a bunch of Broadway people. Broadway people complaining, getting on the train. Oh, it's a 2-show day. I don't really want to go in today. You know, it's a job. It's not like your life. It's your job. It's a means to an end. It's what you get so you can then go and do other things. And, you know, and you're 28. You just graduated college. You're 28. This is the time for you to, and see, this is the problem, Miss View. This is the problem when you have young people and you pigeonhole them and the baby, and you don't put them out there as early as they can get their working papers every summer. You know, you ain't sitting around just like, you got to have a summer job, summer youth, you know, and switch him out and take him places and show him things and hook him up with mentors and let them see different parts of life, different careers, different, you know, I have had so many incarnations of my life. I've been an actor. I've been on tour. I've been a director. I've been a stage manager. And when I say these roles, these were paid. Drop a bomb on that. These are not hobbies. I've been a business manager. I've been an executive producer for the company. I've been an interpreter on the federal level. I've been an office manager. I've been an IT manager. I mean, the list goes on. I even work for the people that fall and can't get up and they hit the button. Life alert. I work for the city of New York. What other jobs have I had? I've been a business manager. I said that. I've been a facilities manager for a multi-million-dollar company. I've been a project manager. I've been a national project manager. You have to get in there and try shit. Drop a bomb on that. What are we sitting around? Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. And, so the only application I put in is a Costco because it's safe. Because it's safe. That's why. Because you Costco to Walmart, not too much of a difference there, is there? And then another thing is, you have to stay in the kitchen. We all have difficult days in our jobs. We all have days where we feel like, oh, what the hell? If I have to walk in here one more day. And we also have days where it's like, you know what? It's not as bad. Payday comes, we're all happy. Payday comes and it carries us over to the next payday. Or your holidays come or your vacation comes or whatever the case may be. But this, I don't know. And can you please tell me? And then you got all these people. Oh, look at a park ranger. If you like being a park ranger, then the application should have been put at the park ranger people. Drop a bomb on that. Not no damn Costco. And see, this is another thing, Miss View. And did I feel that way when I walked out of college? A lot of college graduates, especially in my people I grew up with, and just I'm assuming it's the same for the younger ones. You graduate college and you think the world owes you everything. When it's like with a bachelor, like that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. It used to be that the associates was the beginning. It's just Angela White. Hello, Juanqui Pro. Always in your clouds. Drop a bomb on that. Well, hello. Hello, Angela White 7608. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support. And you think that the world owes you. You think that this paper is going to get you everywhere and you're going to be able to ascend until you realize, Ms. View, until you realize that that's just the start. Until you go to and you get hired and then you sit in meetings with people who have masters, double masters, triple masters, PhDs. I met a double PhD. Drop a bomb on that. How that woman had time for anything and with a whole life, children, husband, the whole nine. A double PhD. Wrote 2 theses and everything. And one was clinical. You realize, okay, yeah, no, this is just a start. You come out of college thinking, okay, this is, I did it. No, you have to face the reality and understand that unless you were building your resume, and that's another thing. I often see people complaining, oh, but I'm going to school. How can I work if I'm going to school? Many of my cohort did that. They went to school and they had a side job, and that was giving them experience, and they were trying to be aligned with what their degree was. Well, another thing that tells you right there, this person is completely misguided, is the fact that he thinks that because he has a criminology degree, he has to be a cop. Drop a bomb on that. That right there. Hello? Did you not go? I mean, my college had it. The last semester, the last year, you actually went to the career room and they help you navigate what the next steps are going to be. They didn't just throw you out into the street with your little piece of paper at Madison Square Garden. That's what my graduation was. But you should have, criminology, there's so much you can go into. Who's not connecting the dots for him? You don't have to be. First of all, let me just say that in New York City, NYPDs, all you got to have is 60 college credits. You don't even have to be a graduate, okay? 60 college credits to be a regular on the beat NYPD. Now, if you want to be a detective, which means minimum you did 10 years as a regular cop, if to be a detective, you got to have a 4-year degree. most park rangers are not cops either. Exactly. He wants to be with the flowers and the plants and wilderness. So yeah, no. So if that's what you want to do, then your criminology degree doesn't work. Though, Miss View, I recently was watching, and when I say recently, I mean last year, sometime last year. Most are or have worked the farms, but let me tell you, I saw one of my crime mind stories. Oh, what? He's delusional. I saw my crime one of my crime stories, and they was I think it was Yosemite Park, somewhere somebody got killed, and it turns out that the park rangers are the ones who investigate that the crime. They're the ones who investigate and follow through. I did not know this. So I guess certain parks, depending on the jurisdiction, depending on the state and the rules and laws and stuff like that. Hold up. Your graduation was at Madison Square Garden. Yes. Well, yes, I'm a New Yorker. Yes. Madison Square Garden, right on the floor. Right there. That's where they have it every year. Yet they only give you 7 tickets, and it's a whole stadium, but it was 7 tickets. Yeah, lots of places for the bodies, and then but the park rangers are the ones who do, like, they're actually trained in doing the complete investigation. They can arrest, and then they take it to the district attorney in that county or whatever it is. So this person is just delusional, misguided, and I think they're just playing it safe. I feel like you're playing it safe. I think, yes, sir. New York, BX. I feel like you're playing it safe. You are playing it safe. You are looking for people to pat you in the back and be like, oh, poor thing. And it's going to have to get real, because at 28, let me tell you, at 28, a lot of people around me that graduated with me already had it together. This sounds like a mama's boy to me. Sounds like an only child, perhaps, that didn't have a sibling to see the footsteps. And clearly somebody who's seen the glass half empty and not half full. Now, I'm not going to come out here and stroke it all the time. I'm not doing that. I'm calling it like I see it. Absolutely. Angela is in the clouds over at the beef area at Huggy Bro. Uh-huh. So, yeah. And then let me tell you, the one about joining the military, and I had a little reaction to it. Now that I discuss more, that might be a good thing for this particular guy, because the military, I've never been, but I know people who've been. Miss View, I did my ASVAB test, and I also did the NYPD test, Miss View. My ASVAB, it's like the SAT, so I can't remember. I score really high on the ASVAB, and they give you like what careers do you can you do and stuff like that. They gave me like some like mental office shit. Drop a bomb on that. I can't remember because I took it when I was in high school. But they gave me like they didn't want me to be up there. Like, everybody gets trained and stuff like that, but they were gonna put me point and shoot. They were gonna have me in some office. It sounded so boring, but I scored really high, and that's what they wanted. I think it was it like intelligence? It was something with intelligence and like logistics, intelligence, something like that, something along those lines. But I took the NYPD test also when I was graduating college, actually. I took the NYPD test, and they grade you on a from 0 to 100. Guess how much I got, Miss View, and others. How much do you think? Hulk is not allowed to say because he knows his story. How much do you think? I was shocked, when my exam came back, for my NYPD test, to see if I could be in there. 99. No, Miss View. No, I did not get 99. I got a 94. 94. And the one thing that was a highlight is they give you yes. And then I also took the a bunch of alphabet people. I think you know the story. I think I've told it, Miss View. I took a bunch of alphabet people, and they were literally fighting as to who do you want to sign up? Who you want to sign up with? The FI people, The test was all cool, and then I there's like 12 steps, and I got to with the DA people, the DA people, the FI people. There's 12 steps, and then after step number 12, they ship you out to the training facility, and you stay there between 2 to 4 months, and then they give you the final test, and then you graduate, right? So I got to all 12 steps. That's another story for another video. But what I do remember for the FI people, the most challenging part, Miss View, that I didn't score like super high, but it was enough for them. But remember, I brought all the skills, i.e. bilingual and herb and all of that, to translate all of that. That math was a killer, because they got you there, Miss View. They got you there doing, and it's timed. They got you there doing math. And do you think they gave you a calculator? No, they gave you a pen, a piece of paper, and a pencil, or number 2 pencil, and all of your equations and everything has to be done by hand. It's timed, and then they collect everything at the end. So my math was not my strongest suit, but everything else was great and on point, to the point that I was ready to ship out. I was ready to ship out. The last thing was the polygraph, and then after I did the polygraph, they ship you out, long, hard, and uncut. Yes, that test is like 6 hours. That test is like 6 hours. It was like broken. They give you 3 hours without stop. 3 hours without stop. Then they give you a break, and then you come back again, and then you take your next 3 hours. 6 hours. And then once you pass that, then they send you to get your physicals. They put you in a booth, and they give you these things, and they do an ear test. They do a vision test. They do a fitness test. They do a whole bunch of shit. They also make you swim. And, but because I don't know how to swim, I told them that I was in classes enrolled. And so I had to show that I was enrolled in classes. But by the end you finish the academy, you're supposed to be able to swim, because they tie you up and they throw you in there tied up, and they teach you how to like get out of a knot, and then they throw they throw goggles in the bottom, they tie you up, and you're expected to go to the bottom, pick up your goggles, put your goggles on, and then undo your thing, and you can come up bob for air, and then continue to do bob for air and continue to do. Yeah, it's a lot. How did we get there? I don't know. How did we get here? I don't know. But yeah. Feeling lost in life. I think you need to sit in somebody's couch. That's number 1. You're 28 years old. Stop going for what you think is going to be easy, because you've done already. You do not need to be a Costco in the aisles with a bachelor degree in criminology. Absolutely not. And let's also not forget that it's not just the degree that you go get. It's not the major that you go get. There's other skills that you learn. You learn how to fucking structure sentences. He has here, it's like 5 different paragraphs. Properly properly structured. You learn how to associate with other people. You know how to wait your turn in conversation. You know how to show up on time ready. Drop a bomb on that. You did literature. You learned about the world. You learned about it. It's not just the degree is what. No, you learned a whole bunch of other stuff. So it wasn't useless. It wasn't useless at all. And if you know how to word it, and you know how to finesse an interview, you can get any reputable job, even having the degree that you have. But see, that would require you A, having some confidence. B, not seeing the glass half empty, seeing it half full. Not wanting to get stroke and poor me. Yeah, bad shit has happened. Bad shit will continue to happen. You are 28 years old. You are a male, and you sound like you're just about white. You're just saying. Okay, so you already have 2 step-ups on other people, 3 with a degree. But you want to sit right here. You want to come over here, and instead of sending out the resume to jobs that make sense, you want to sit here and type, I am a white man down at Wall Street, and I am lost. Yeah, I know. I always put the white woman down at Wall Street, and I'm so disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Like, Boo-hoo. Either get with it or continue to stuff shelves. Get with it or continue to stuff shelves. You want to do this park ranger shit, go to the park ranger shit. Don't go to Costco. Go to where the park is at. And that's another thing. You're thinking because you have a degree that you're going to walk in and be just a ranger. No, you perhaps need to start as an administrative assistant at the central office or the park place. Okay? Do your time. You got to do your time. You got to get your bones. You got to learn from the elders in your field. You got to live it, breathe it, eat it, dump it. You got to be all that. If you love it so much, that's what you got to do. You got to go in there as an assistant. Instead of taking that Costco, go ahead and answer phones. And once you get the phones down, ask for a little more responsibility. Can I do a special project? And once you get that down, then tell them, well, I did that special project. I think I could handle more projects. And before you know it, you have carved a whole position that they didn't even think was needed at the damn job. Okay? See, this is the juice. This is the juice that I always hope and want people have. This is the oil. This is the oil, Miss View. This is the oil that don't come with everybody. The drive and determination to do better, to be better, to see better. I can. I just can. I'm not trying to beat him up. I kind of did, but I built him up again. You got to beat them down, Miss View, and then you just slowly put them back together. Or the military might be a good opportunity. They tend to grab anything and everything and give them a structure, give them a purpose, give them a mission, and you can make really good things out of that experience. Or you could just go in and go out like the machine, let them use you, abuse your body, spit you out, and give you a little stipend. But at least you'll have a stipend and be taken care of, at least for the rest of your life. And they have really amazing benefits in this view. People who come from the armed forces, when they go buy a house, they get special rates. They don't have to put shit down. The insurance is low. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm glad I didn't go, but it's absolutely wonderful. Anyway, we do this every night, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back tomorrow, maybe with a seeking advice, or maybe with just me tucking you in, me running my mouth. I want to thank everybody that came through. Angela White, thank you for making yourself known and for being in my bushes. Thank you so much. Miss Viewers of You, thank you for always being here. My husband, the Incredible Hulk, Naris21, who I know is going to catch the replay. And everybody else who catches the replay, thank you for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow. I want to see how long I'm going to keep this up. Because if I look a little bit tired through and delayed, I am. And now I have to go and hang out with an Incredible Hulk. And by the way, I came home. I cooks the meal. She's a hell racer too. I cooks the meals. I came out here, gave a little bit of teaching. And now I'm about to watch some Beyond the Gates with my husband, the Incredible Hulk. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Stay warm. And I will see you soon. Peace.